Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. So, on the eve of Mahashivratri, we are doing a painting or an artwork of Shiva Parvati or Ardha Narishwar, which is, half Shiva, half Parvati, which ultimately is one because, uh, yeah. Shivratri is the time when it is believed that Shivji and Parvati Devi got married and they became one. So their union is Ardhanarishwar. And today we are going to do this in an art form called Madhubani. Madhubani or Mithila paintings, as it is known as, it hails from a region in Bihar in India called Mithila, or which is called Mithila in the state of Bihar, and that is typically associated with the olden days of Ramayana. It's this art form is from the Ramayana time. It is believed that when Lord Ram and Mata Sita were getting married, the entire town of Ayodhya was painted with Madhubani, with these kind of Madhubani paintings, because Mata Sita hailed from this region called Madhubani. And that is why most Madhubani paintings are depicted in various forms of Ram, Sita, Radha, Krishna, Shiv, Parvati. So it's a traditional Indian art form. And today we are going to do a face of Ardhanarishwar. So this is Shiva and this is Shakti or Parvati. Um, Today, since we have very limited time, I decided we will do this in monochrome. So I'm using these pens for the outlining, which you can see. And if if you have time later on, you can even color this painting. The reference image has already been shared, so the way you would like to color, you can color, or even monochrome is a good art form for Madhubani. Typically, Madhubani patterns are pretty intricate, so these lines, what you see, are very typical of Madhubani. They are done, very uh, 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 delicate manner. It is drawn. Usually, hair is shown in this kind of lines or borders of saris or eyelids, etc. So this is a very typical art form. It's a typical art motif in the Madhubani paintings, and these eyes, the way have been depicted, the hair, the jewelry, etc. This is a very typical form of Madhubani paintings in which people or goddesses or gods are depicted. So we can begin this. I hope everybody has an A4 size paper. So what we will do is we will keep the paper. I mean, you can keep it horizontal, vertical, the way you like it, but whatever it is, in whichever manner you're keeping it, just we have to divide the paper into two halves. So what I have done is I have folded my paper and I got this line in between, and with my pencil and my ruler, I'm going to draw a line across top to bottom. And this line is important for us because this divides the face of Shiva and Parvati. So later also we will be, outlining this in pen or paint or whatever medium you all are using. Now, if you see my reference drawing, I have done a border. I just would like to understand if all these motifs are visible on camera, or should I zoom it further? Okay. So these triangles with delicate lines, this is a very typical border which is used in Madhubani art forms. So I have done that. This is optional. Whether you would want to do it, then you can leave 1 centimeter border all around your painting. And, you can draw this 1 centimeter border and then make these triangles, but that's optional. I'm not doing it now because that's a little time consuming, but you can do it. So what I am now doing is from my top of my page, I'm leaving about 2 inches and just making a dot. This 2 inches will depict this. I'm just showing you where. So my face, my head will start at 2 inches, and above that will be the locks of Shiva and the dupatta or the crown of Parvati. So from here till about 5.5 inches, or about 5.5 inches, I'm going to draw this face. Now, if you see, this face is typically roundish. Uh, Madhubani face, the art form of Madhubani has typically roundish kind of faces. But if you want to get a little creative, you can make it oval as well to give it a uh, chin kind of a look. But typically, these are traditional art forms where the faces are typically round. So since I've made this round, we can also try an oval face. And this width of the face is about 11 centimeters. So this is the range in which I'm going to draw. And please, both sides, it has to be symmetrical. Just round this off over here. I hope my pencil markings are visible. If you would like me to zoom further, please let me know, because I don't have an idea how it's looking like to you all. I'm trying to make it dark, but these will be erased later, so please don't make it too dark. So here's an ovalish kind of face which I have got. You all can make it round, oval, whatever shape you all like. Now, somewhere at 2 inches from the top of the face, 2 inches from here, from top of the head, over here, I will just draw a very thin line till about another 2 inches below. Like this. Are we together till here? I would request everybody to start their cameras, so I know I'm not, because I can only see darkness right now. So I'll be happy to see what y'all are doing. Thank you, Tiana. Thank you. I think I would request everybody else to start their cameras if y'all are okay. All right. Now these two lines from here, we're going to draw ears. So it's going to be about 1 centimeter thick, about a little less than that. See these ears, how we have drawn them? They are straight lines with round here. They should be all in one line, so you can adjust accordingly. Okay, now that we're done with the ears, starting from this part of the ear, the beginning of the ear, the top beginning, inside we're going to draw hairline. All right, so I'm going to have some random 4, 5 scallops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Similarly on the other side. You can make it a little big also. I made it small. You can make it slightly bigger. This is the hairline on the forehead. Okay. Now, this point where we had seen 2 inches from the top of the head, this point, we are going to make a small bindi circle here. Now, where this hairline meets over here, now I'm drawing the this ornament called a bindi, which is worn on the forehead for Shakti. So from here, I draw one line, another line like this. It's a curve, and then I draw. So if you see, if it was to be full, then it would be like that whole bindi on the forehead. But this is just half the face, so it's like this. Is this fine, everybody? Okay. Now this side is the right side that we're doing is Shakti or Parvati. On the left is Shiva. So we're going to draw his third eye. Now, this third eye will begin from this part of the bindi to this bindi, like this. With and on this side, we're going to make Shiva's tilak, which is the which is which are these 3 lines and one more. Sorry, thinner. The third eye and tilak, and on the other side, Parvati Mata's bindi, which need not be in the line of the eye, but a little below. Okay, are we good till here? Now we're going to draw the nose. So the nose will be about 1 centimeter for both sides. So half centimeter on each side, we'll draw lines. So you can draw a line from say a centimeter, starting from say a centimeter below this bindi, till about 2 inches approximately in length, depending on how big the face that you all have drawn is. Okay, now we're going to make nostrils, one from this side, one from this side, and a nostril that will in the center. Okay. Now, since Parvati Mata is on the right side, we're going to make a nose ring here. Okay, now the point where we started with our nose, from there, from this point, we're going to make an eyebrow till the end of till where the ear goes on both sides. This should be symmetrical. Okay, now we do the eyes. So we leave about a little 1 centimeter gap, and from here, in the same manner, till the end of the ear, we draw eyes with an eyelid. Let's try and make both of them symmetrical. Okay, now we'll make the lips just a little below. Just we'll make a smiley face here and two mounts. And one below. Okay, are we good till here? Now we will start making the top of the head, the crown and the matlocks of Shiva and the crown of Shakti. So starting from this ear, from the left ear, I'm going to make these kind of scallops very randomly. all over in one line. This could be about 1 centimeter apart, about the face, about the head, with circles here. Okay. Now we will make the dreadlocks or matlocks of Shiva. So the first layer, we'll have to draw it this way, a straight line and bends down. See how this is going this way. Another one on top of that. And one more. This one will be separate. There will be Rudraksha beads here in the middle. Okay. Now, for Parvati, we're going to make a crown. So again, we start from where the topmost dreadlock is, and we make one larger scallops, 3, 4, and about 5, ending at the ear, and double it up. So this is another typical form of say tech format of Madhubani paintings where everything has a double border, as a border. Every line has a double border. So this is how I've made one scallop. It'll have another line. So this is very, very typically Madhubani. These these lines and these double borders. And if you want to decorate it more, you can do that, like adding one more layer. Okay, now we will draw so Shiva. We will draw the crescent moon of Shiva on this dreadlock here. So if you see, what we are doing is one side we are giving all the features of Shiva, and the other side we are giving all the features of Shakti, Parvati. So that's why Ardhanarishwar. Okay. Now we are going to draw a water flow, Ganga Ma, from the topmost one of Shiva's locks. So just draw approximately till here. Okay. Now on the other side, we're going to draw dupatta for Parvati. So from here somewhere, we can just draw one border and scallops around it. Okay, now we will draw the neck part. So I think we can make the neck a little thick because we are going to make we're going to have a snake. So we'll make it 2 inches across. Till about 2 inches below. Now over here we okay, now we'll draw the snake part of it. So over here I'm just closing this neck to this point over here, and I'm drawing one more line on top and making a rounded curve. So this is body of the snake. Similarly, above that also. So here the snake is going round and round. That's what we are trying to show. And from here, we can just draw the body part. You can make a nice thick snake or a thin snake. It's your choice. Now the snake's mouth. So the snake comes out from here. And like a drop, face is like a drop with its tongue like this. So animals, birds, trees, plants, human figures are depicted in very typical manner in these art forms. So this is how a snake is typically depicted. And this is the eye of the snake. And then the snake will have some design. These are typical art forms in this is how it is. And now for the tail of the snake. So from here, from the point here below, the turning below, I'll just draw a tail like this. Again, the same design. This is how the snake has twined itself. Okay, now that we've done with Shiva's side of the neck, let's do Parvati's necklace. So I will again take the same, I will continue in the same line and I will draw a border like this. Again, here, a border like this, and just make some round motifs. And drawing a necklace. This is like a choker. Okay, now we will draw the earrings. For Shiva over here, just a round earpiece. And for Shakti, for Parvati, jhumkas. And now we'll do the hair. So over here, where the ear begins on the right side, we'll just draw a very thick strand of hair going right down with a border. Similarly, a similar strand coming from here of Shiva. Shiva's hair is more, how do you say, wild. So it can go in a direction which is going towards the left, and Shakti's is more straight. Yeah. And then we'll just make strands of hair like this. And Shiva's hair will go in another direction. Now on the ears, I'm just going to draw three lines because this is how typically the art form is. The ears are depicted in this manner. Here, three lines next to the eyes. And since we drew a necklace for Shakti, for Parvati, we will draw Rudraksha beads necklace for Shiva. So just round, because he wears those beads in his neck. Now, this Ganga that is coming from the matted hair of Shiva, we are just going to make water droplets so that it's so the water droplets are depicted in these small lines. And this dupatta of Shakti, Parvati, I'm just making some design so that it looks like it's a dupatta in the back next to the hair. Also, if you want to draw some more necklaces around her neck, you can do that like this. And we can draw lines like this, close to each other. Also in the jhumkas, if you like, you can make a design like a flower, or you can just let it be the way it is. Now, I'm going to show these lines which we are going to draw on the eyes, the hair, and the dupatta border. So these are typical lines which are drawn in Madhubani patterns. So I'm starting with the eyelids. The lines have to be very close to each other at equal distance and in one direction. Similarly, on the hair, to show that on the hairline, on the forehead, these lines are very important because they form a very, very important and integral part of any Madhubani art form. I mean, when anybody learns Madhubani, the first thing is taught, the first two things that are taught to Madhubani art students is everything has a double border, every line, every line, and these lines are filled in all motifs like borders, hair, uh, sari borders, the borders of the painting, etc. So these lines are very, very typically Madhubani and very important. Similarly, on the crown also these lines will come. these adornments on the crown that we have made. Now, where the matted hair of Shiva is concerned, these three, they will be checks. So there will be crisscross lines we will make like this, one, two, three, very thin lines, and crisscross to show matted hair. This is also a typical depiction of Madhubani art forms. I hope everybody is with me till here. This moon, I'm thinking, is a little thin, so I'm making it a little thicker. Okay, with this, I think we are done with our sketch. Uh, if you want, in the reference painting, I had made a trishul, a trident, and to represent Shiva, and a lotus to represent Shakti. So this is optional. If you all would like, I can show. Otherwise, we can, if there is space on your paper. Otherwise, we can. That's also fine if it's not done. However, I'll just show in case whoever likes would like to do it. So from here, I'm just drawing a diamond shape over here. This is the central part of the trident. And from here, I'm just taking a curve up. Similarly, on the other side, with and a staff here. Similarly, on this side, I'm making a lotus. It's very simple. Just drawing a small circle. So with this, our sketch is done of Ardha Narishwar, Shiva, and Shakti. What I am going to do is, I'm going to take a pen. I've got these pens here. You can use whichever pen you have. I'm using a 10 number tip. I'm just going to give this entire sketch an outline like this and then erase all the pencil marks. So I'll just show what I'm doing with a thicker pen, which is with a thicker nib. It's, I think, 10 microns. You all can use whatever is available. In any case, even if you plan to color it with crayons or any kind of paints, Madhubani paintings have to be given this black outline, each painting, each motif. So, in any case, even if you're planning to color it, uh, this stage or this step is mandatory. I'm just outlining every line that I have drawn. And most importantly, to depict Shiva and Parvati separately, as in as Ardha Narishwar, we have to draw this central line in a thick pen. So that's not just a line for dividing or our markings. All other lines which we've drawn are for markings, but this line needs to be drawn in the center. And these lines which I have done the hair with will have to be done in a smaller tip pen. So I'm using 0.5 mm tip for this to make these lines because those lines have to be very thin and very close to each other. Similarly, on the matted hair of Shiva. So these crisscross lines also have to be done with a thinner nib pen. And I'm doing the eyelids, the lines on the eyelids. I'm just outlining everything now. This strand of hair is just, I'm making it thick so that it shows separation between hair and the dupatta for both the sides. Even here for Shiva. This is the dupatta border. So I'm going to make fine lines in that as well. And these are those motifs or designs on the dupatta. So that this looks like this part is the dupatta, the border and the scallops and laces and motifs. And then all other strands of hair, I'm just going to make it single like this. Only this strand will be thick, which separates the dupatta from the rest of the face. And I'm drawing the snake. So these lines have to be there in the snake's body. That's how snakes are depicted in this art form. So every art form has its typical way of depicting a particular animal, bird, human forms. In Patachitra, it's in a different manner they show. So every art form has its own style, and these are traditional art forms that have been going on for for decades, for centuries. And the Ganga water, I'm just going to give an outline. Just droplets coming down like this. And of course, the trident and the lotus. Okay, this is it. The eyes we can color, yes, and the mouth and the lips. So this is it. Now that we have completed the outlining, I will erase all the pencil markings, all the initial sketch, so that it looks clean and tidy. And if you like, you can add color to this. So the side of Shiva will be blue, the skin of Shiva, and the skin of Parvati will be yellow. Just like how we do blue for Krishna and yellow for Radharani. Similarly, for Shiva and Parvati. And you can add beautiful colors of your choice for the clothes, for the jewelry, for um, and if you want to add any more adornments, you can have a red lotus, pink lotus, blue lotus as you like. So, but please do not forget to erase all the pencil markings, otherwise it will look very untidy. So this is our eve of Shivratri meditation on Shiva and Parvati, the divine couple. I hope you all liked this art form, Madhubani art form. Uh, there are many other art forms in India that are traditional and they're going on for thousands of years. So we do at GV, at Govardhan Eco Village, we do many workshops like this online, wherein we introduce various traditional art forms. So this was one of them. I would love to see everybody's artworks. So if y'all can show me on your camera, I'll be really grateful. Oh wow, that's so beautiful, Tiana. That's beautiful. Lovely. Oh, lovely. That's lovely. Gorgeous. Venkatesh, lovely. Amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you'll enjoyed the session as much as I did. And I hope to see you all soon again at some another workshop. Yes, Saraswati, this is beautiful. Yeah, lovely. Lovely. Amazing. Yes, Veena. Oh, lovely, lovely. Awesome. Lovely, Veena. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments right now. Somebody had some doubt for, yes, you can use a black pen. Yes, please. I have used micron pens. I will share it on the WhatsApp group. I will share with Priya Chaitanya Prabhu what materials I've used. So it'll be helpful for everybody. My email ID, I think I'll share all my details with Priya Chaitanya Prabhu, then you all can take it from him. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna. Har Har Mahadev.